got up. Intransitive. There is no object. So the same thing in Arabic. So now you have the name of Allah, Ar-Razzaq. The root is Razaqa. The verb is Razaqa. Transitive or intransitive? Transitive. So the names can be transitive or intransitive. If the name is transitive, then there are three components here. Three things you have to believe in. If it is transitive, three things you have to believe in. Number one, you believe in the name. Number two, you believe in the meaning of the name. Number three, the effect of the name. The effect. The effect or the impact. So for instance, now we have a Razzaq transitive name. So first of all, you believe in the name. That Razzaq is one of the names of Allah. So you can call your child Abdur Razzaq. Second thing, the meaning of the name. What's the meaning of the provider? The one who provides. So this meaning is the attribute. The meaning is what? The attribute. Because here you attribute that Allah provides. Are you following? So the meaning of the name is the attribute, the sifa. Right? Then what is the fruit to believe that Allah is the provider? What impact does it have on your heart? Yaqeen, tawakkul. That Allah will provide for me. Are you following, sisters? So, when you are reading, so the meaning of the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, that Allah has got 100 names, 100 minus 1, 99 names, it doesn't mean you just read them in parrot fashion without understanding. It means you believe in the name, its meaning, its impact, effect. Understand now? And if you want your iman to increase, read the names and study the names of Allah. And when you are reading the Quran, see how the ayah ends. And it will be ended with a proper name. One of the names of Allah, and which goes in harmony with the ayah. Not just any name will be picked. Understand? That's why when you're making dua, you choose the proper name. For instance, you say, Ya Rahman, irhamni. Not Ya Rahman, irzuqni. You say, Ya Rahman, irhamni. Ya Razzaq, irzuqni. Ya Ghaffar, ighfir li. Understand? Ya Ghaffar, ighfir li. That means, oh forgiver, forgive me. Understand? So always when you are making the dua, you choose, you don't say, Ya Jabbar, ighfir li. Oh Almighty. No, but there you can say, Ya Jabbar, destroy your enemies. Because that is a name about power, might. Do you understand? So, the names are either transitive or intransitive, the names of Allah. So if it is transitive, how many components? 3. The name, the meaning, and the impact. If it is intransitive, only the first 2, name and meaning. Transitive name. Transitive name. Al-Khaliq, Ghaffar. These are transitive names. Because Allah, He forgives. Okay? So if the name is transitive, the 3. If it is intransitive, then only 2 elements are there. You believe in the name and you believe in the meaning of the name. An example here, Al-Hayy is intransitive. Al-Hayy, the ever-living. So here you believe that this is the name of Allah and the sifa, the meaning of Al-Hayy, that the one who never dies. You understand? Al-Hayy al-Qayyum. So when it is intransitive, it is only, there are two elements or two components. You believe in the name and the meaning. How about Al-Muhyi? Transitive or intransitive? Sisters, Al-Muhyi. We have Al-Hayy and Al-Muhyi. Transitive or intransitive? Transitive, because it means the giver of life. The one who gives life. So it is? Okay. So in that case, you believe that it is one of the names of Allah. The meaning is the one who will bring us back to life. What is the fruit of it? What's the fruit to believe that Allah will bring you back to life? You will not mess around. You will not sin in the dunya, because you know there is a day you will be calling to accountability. You understand now? So the names of Allah, transitive and intransitive names. Now, are the names of Allah limited? Are they all known to us? Are they 99 names? Or more than that? The answer, they are more than that. Because you know in the dua, oh Allah, I ask you by all your names, which you taught them, which you revealed, and which you taught, and which you kept with yourself. So there are names, He did not tell anyone about them. So the names of Allah, not 99 names, okay? Now, the attributes of Allah are as many as His names, because every name has a meaning, and the meaning is the attribute. Is this clear? Okay. Now, the attribute are two types. The meaning or the attribute, the sifa of Allah, two types. Attribute of person and attribute of action. Are you following? Is this clear to you? Who didn't understand this? Raise your hand. It's not clear. Okay. Okay, good. The names, you know now the names of Allah, transitive, intransitive? This is clear? Okay. Now, the meaning of the name, for instance, Ar-Razzaq. We say you believe in the name and you believe in the meaning, which is provision, that Allah provides. So Allah, this attribute that Allah provides is sifa, is the attribute of Allah. Now, is it an attribute of action or is it an attribute of person? Is it talking about the action or is it talking about Allah? Aha, okay. So the attributes are two types. Attributes of person and attributes of action. Or action attribute and personal attribute. Do you understand now? Now, there is a rule which will help you how to figure out whether it is attribute of action or attribute of person. The rule says you take the meaning of the name. Okay, for instance, the provider, Razzaq. So the attribute, He provides. What's the opposite of providing? You find the antonym. You find the opposite, the antonym. Withhold. He provides, He withholds. Can now, the antonym, the withholding, be attributed to Allah? Can we say Allah withhold? Of course. Al-Qabid. Allah gives and Allah takes, withholds. So if the antonym, the opposite, can be attributed, then it is an attribute of action. Understand now? If the antonym, the opposite, can be attributed, can be ascribed to Allah, then this attribute is an attribute of action. Are you following? Okay. If it cannot be ascribed to Allah, then it is an attribute of person. Is this clear to you, brothers and sisters? Now, let us take some examples. You tell me the attribute, whether it is attribute of